so that we have this. Okay, and then I'm going to try to do, I'll put you on there in just a moment. Okay. So happy Wednesday, you guys. I'm super excited to be on here tonight. It is late where I am at. It kind of feels weird, but I'm like, oh, like if this was my normal, my kids would probably be to sleep. But I'm super excited for tonight's call. And I asked Jenn, and if you guys don't know Jenn, you'll get to know Jenn. So, anyways, Jenn is a presidential diamond, and we've been here forever together, like forever. And we're not going anywhere. So we are always here to be learning. We are always here to be figuring out what we're going to do. We have seasons, and with seasons, you have to be changing things up all the time. And so, first things first, before we even kick this off tonight, I want to share something that I just thought was such an easy way. And I actually want you to write this down because I think this is not only a tool for you when you self-reflect, but also for leading. And I know for a lot of us, this topic tonight is so funny because it kind of just lined up perfectly. I knew I wanted Jenn to come on and just share all about host to post. And if you're like, what the heck is host to post? We're going to break that down for you tonight. But literally, Jenn is so consistent. And when we're putting in our entries, Jenn is like always in there, always like top numbers for host to post. And I'm like, you know what? Who better to learn from than the person doing it consistently? And that's honestly, you guys, I say this all the time. I'm like, not a single one of us thought we were going to be in like a quote unquote leadership position when we started this business. We started this business for ourselves and just for a goal that we had no clue, who was going to be on our team or who we'd be helping. But this is what I always say. If you are doing the work and you are getting the results, literally you take that and you break it down and you share that and you teach that. And so when you're in a leadership position, one thing that we are always here doing is we are collaborating together. We know our strengths, we know our weaknesses, we're always willing to grow, and we are always figuring out ways to shift with the seasons. And so here's something that I want to share with you guys. Mommy? Nope, you gotta go. Okay, you're okay. Please go find dad. And so one thing I want to share with you guys is in this business, there's four types of belief that you need to have, plain and simple. If you are going to find success in this business, and really like it never strays from this. So I want you to write these down. Number one is belief in the product. And the way that you do that is you have your auto ship set up. You are finding the products that you like. You do not have to love every single product that we have on our product line. But I'm going to tell you that there is somebody out there that our products are going to fit for, right? I don't use every single product on our product line, but I'm going to tell you something. I have always run an 80 BV auto ship because that is what commission qualified me. And you know what? I either used some of the products and I sold them as samples for cash and to let people know how amazing these products were. And then I used a product for myself. And I found each month I would change out new things, or when we had new products drop, like Profi or some of the different other products, we're going to be even having more. I would switch out my auto ship because I wanted to try. I wanted to find those products that I love. And I've now been here for 11 years. And you guys, these products help me shift with the seasons of life even. I've been pregnant. I've been postpartum. I'm, now going to be going into my 40s. I'm not going to cut myself short. I'm not there yet, but I'm going to be there. But I'm telling you, they serve everything. So you have to have a belief in the product. And this is how you do that. You start using them. You find the products that fit you and you start using them. Second one is belief that this business works. I'm going to be honest with you. There are it's okay to start skeptical. It's okay, right? You maybe were watching somebody and you're like, wow, I'm watching them write their story, right? But you want to know what? They're getting to do that because they believe in this business. And I'm going to tell you something. When I started this business, I had a great job. I loved my job. In fact, but there were a lot of things that my job did not fulfill. And I was only 27 years old and I was not going to go through life without the things that I wanted. And so I added this business in, and you know what, you guys, I wanted this business to work. There was never a moment in my 11 years that I was like, dang, I really hope that I can prove somebody wrong and say that this business didn't work. Absolutely not. I have freaking always wanted this business to work. And you want to know what? This business does work. And I built all the way to Ambassador Diamond while working full time. So that's the thing. You have to know and you have to believe that this business works. Okay. And then that way you are going to know that you want to put your time there. You want to commit there. And it is going to change your entire business when you do that step. Third thing, belief in it works as a company. If you if you lack that, the number one thing I'm going to tell you is hop on Monday night calls and hop on that Road to VIP page and get plugged in, because I am going to tell you that as soon as you get to know our corporate team, as soon as you hear the vision that they share over and over, as soon as you know that they know their direction, not only for 2023, but for 2024 and for 5 years from now, you will believe in It Works as a company, because they are so much more than what most of us said yes to. And I say this all the time. I'm like, you know what? 50-50, you guys, I always get something wrong. But I am telling you, out of all the companies that are out there, for some reason and somehow, I freaking hit the lottery when I said yes to this company first. I've never been more proud to have my feet planted exactly here. And I want to be a part of every single aspect that It Works is going to have and is going, because guess what? That's what I chose to do. But It Works believed in me. They knew that I could do something with this opportunity. And from here on out, you guys, I have 100% believed in this company, and it has never wavered. Okay, so that's third. You have to believe in It Works as a company. And the fourth thing is you have to believe in yourself. You absolutely 100% have to believe in yourself. Yes, Jen.
It's I don't know if it's super choppy for anyone else, but it sounds like you're in water or like
Can you not
lost
hear
in
me?
a tornado.
Did it just start doing it, or it's like
It's just
it just started?
it was just for like the last bit that you were saying.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It says Sarah O'Connell's network bandwidth is low.
It probably is, because I'm in the basement. Okay, good thing I'm not talking for the majority of the time. But if you missed it, the fourth thing was you have to believe in yourself. And one of the best things that you can do to believe in yourself, you guys, is to stay close to the fire and start taking action. That is one of the best things that I can tell you to do. It is not that you become confident and then you confidently take action. It is not that you become confident and then you all of a sudden go diamond. No, it's because you start showing up and you start getting results. And with every single enrollment, you start realizing that you can do this business, that you, amongst every other person that you watch succeed in this business, that you too have a success story that you can write right here with It Works Global. Okay, so those are my four things that I want to share with you before we hop on and we start learning about host to post. Okay, so Jenn is here. She's a presidential diamond. She has been with us for a long, long time. And here's the thing, you guys, Jenn is going to share a system that we have that allows us to do all of our four core actions, right? Which you hear us repeat this over and over. This is not going to change, okay? When you are using social media, let me tell you, that's not the only thing that you can use. But what I am going to tell you is that social media allows for you to have unlimited network, and it allows you to get the word out so much faster than what you could do belly to belly. And when you actually start and you are belly to belly with people, guess what? The work that you've done on social media is going to naturally spark that conversation, spark that interest. So when you are belly to belly, you don't have to know what to say. These people are already going to be asking you, what the heck are you doing? Okay. And I hear that all the time. They're like, well, I don't know what to say. Just start taking action. I promise you, they are going to come in hot and they're going to be like, what is this? Okay, I've watched you now for 8 weeks. I've watched you for 7 weeks or whatever it is. Okay, so host to post has you growing your network, right? It has you messaging. It has you posting. It actually has somebody else posting for you, is actually what it does. Okay, and it has you interacting. And then what's awesome is that we get back to these people who support our small business and our big old dreams. Okay. So Jenn is literally going to come on and she's going to break down all of host to post for you. And if you have any questions, please pop them in the chat, because I'm going to be watching that. I'm going to be her right hand girl for a minute. And I also will be sharing some stuff, but I want you to know that we have also collaborated, and I'm going to be adding some really awesome stuff to our host to post folder in our Diamond Hive boards. Okay, so anything that we seem to be missing or that Jenn spits out tonight, I'm going to be putting that back into our board, so it will be there by tomorrow morning. Okay, all right, Jenn, hit it, girl.
All right, you guys. I'm gonna go in pretty quickly. So just because it's a lot of information and I just want to cover most of it. So stay tuned. So basically I'm gonna teach you what it is, and then we're gonna kind of do a little bit of training and hands-on. So first of all, HAP, it's an acronym. It's stands for host a post. And back in the day, and still to this day, after COVID, we're getting back into having gatherings in people's living rooms, right? But when we think of home parties, we think of like Tupperware parties or Avon parties or wrap parties that we used to have like 10 years ago. You know what I mean? Um, and it's when you invited your friends over or you went to someone's house and they had their friends over and you had some snacks and you looked at products, right? And if a product interested you, you talked to the consultant about it and got it. Well, that's exactly what Host Post is, but it's virtual. So I like to think of the person, the host that's putting up a post for me. It's like we're going to their house for their party, but it's literally the party is happening on their timeline. So that's Host Post in a gist. So the process, you guys, let's break that down. So the way that we can get Host Post up, it's like, and once you start it, if you haven't started it yet, it's like referrals on fire. So don't be nervous if you're new, or even if you haven't done it in a while, just dive in. I promise you, like you're gonna be so stoked once you just get going and like people comment and you're like, oh my gosh, this is so easy. So you just have to kind of get into it. So first step is to get up either a giveaway post, and I'm gonna put a couple in the comments. If you don't have a giveaway post up in like the last few days, put one up. I changed it to the date for our next one just because it's a little bit late to get entries in for um, tomorrow's. So there's that one, and then there's that one. Those are just a couple of options, but you can also go in the team boards and go to HAP right underneath. Let's see, it's right underneath the June HAP info. There's a HAP folder, and then it will have giveaway posts in a folder in there, and you'll have options to like tweak in there too. But those two are pretty good that I just sent. So put it in a solid color background. That gets the most attention. Don't use any of like the graphic-y ones. Those are kind of, it makes it a little fuzzy. And then pop it up. And I honestly feel like nighttime is the best time too to get giveaway posts up. They just get a really good response. Okay, second way to start getting the ball going with HAPs is messaging people. And you guys, there's 3 ways that you can message people. You can go to your green light, which is going to your messenger, and then you have to have it on that you have to toggle the thing that says you're on, and then that way you can see everyone else that's on right now. And if they're on right now, they'll have a green light next to them. That's all green light is. So you're going to messenger, seeing who's on right now, and you're just going to pop in and you're going to send them a super quick message. And there's a few messages that in our boards that you can choose from, but I've always kind of stuck to this one just because it's fun. It's just, it acknowledges the fact that what I'm doing is random. I haven't talked to them in a long time. The message is, hey, and I put their name. Super random, I know. I'm just covering the ground that it's random that I'm reaching out. I know, but can I ask you a quick favor? And usually they say sure or what's up. And then I will say, that message. And then they'll usually say, sure. And then I'll come back with this message. So I have a challenge if we can all just kind of pause for like 3 minutes because you can punch a few messages out in 3 minutes, no problem. I challenge you guys to at least get 3 messages out with, hey, I know this is super random, but can I ask you a quick favor? So go ahead and do that on green light and come back and just let us know when you're done. Ready, set, go. And if you have questions, please unmute yourself and just ask. Okay, we've been on for 2 minutes. I'm just gonna, for the last minute, let you guys finish, but also I'm gonna answer Danny's question. What if the only people who are on are the ones that ignored your last hat? Okay, so if that happens and if they've seen it, usually I'll just pop in and just put a couple question marks and or hey, did my last message come through? Something like that. Just kind of like, make it seem kind of airy, like you don't know that they saw it. You can obviously see their little face bubble, but hey, did my last message come through? I'm just checking because I'm working on getting entries in, something simple like that. And yeah, don't make it too serious. Um, okay, so then they say yes, you say I appreciate the support, here's the post, and then you go, we have so many post options in the team board. Again, in the HAP folder, you can go grab a post for them to put up, and you send that separately so they can easily copy and paste it. I usually find really good success with either cleanse or coffee or a new slimmer one. It's we can put that in there too, but usually cleanse is really, really good, or just a general weight loss one, or even an opportunity one. But those are all in there. And then here is a last message that I send because it just opens that door. Thank you so much. You're entered, and I'll let you guys read the rest, but it's kind of basically just opening the door for them as a customer or distributor, because who knows, maybe they didn't even think about, they don't even know what you have to offer, or, that opening that door and asking that question could just pique their interest, right? Okay, so that was the first way that we can message to get HAPs up. Second way is we can reach out to our potential customers. And this is such a fun way to follow up, you guys, because we're not talking about the product. And I laugh because it's a way of following up in a roundabout way. So like you have a PLC, right? And you can go in and you can say, hey, I know this is super random, but can I ask you a favor? And then they say yes, and you go through that same message, right? And then you end up giving them a cleanse post, but you were talking to them about the trio, and then all of a sudden they're like, wait, what's this cleanse? And then you're opening the door to that conversation again with the customer that put you on red. It's awesome. So yes, you can do that with your potential loyal customers, your potential distributors. Awesome for potential distributors, because then you can just, once they pop a post up and they have a comment or two, you're like, oh my, you go in their inbox and you're like, oh my gosh, did you see the response you're getting? Like, you need to start, because these comments can be turned into your customers, super easy. So green light, potential customers, potential distributors, and then we have birthday mutuals. So fun thing, when you're going in, you guys, this is something awesome to do every day, no matter what, just to help increase your algorithm and just be a good friend on social media, is just go to birthdays and wish people a happy birthday, right? And then when you're doing that, when you're done with all the birthdays, go back to the first person that you wished a happy birthday, go to their mutual friends, and then you can say, because it's super awkward to send like the birthday person and ask, in my opinion. I just think it's weird, but you do you, whatever you want to do. But to their mutual friends, it's like, it's not their birthday, and no one knows that you just wish them a happy birthday. Like, how would they know? So I hope you're following me. Let's see, here is the message. Okay, so send that to the mutual friends. And that's just another way to branch out, apart from, like Danny was saying, what if everyone on the green light is someone that I've already talked to about HAP and left me on red? This is just another way, if you keep running into that, like you're wishing people happy birthday, right? Increasing your algorithm and being a good friend. And then you're going to the mutual friends and sending that message. It's total different branch, right? So those are three ways that I have that you can message people to get haps. So you have a giveaway post that you can get up, and then you can message people, and then you can also do Instagram. So you can either do like a reel or a post or a story that talks about the giveaway, a giveaway post up like, as an Instagram post or a reel or even in your story. And we have story templates for you to use in the same HAP folder that I keep referring to. And you just kind of plug in your info and then maybe get the message thing and just have them make sure it has a call to action, like message or drop an emoji and put the little message box here for a chance to win. Make sure you always put that on there. And then you're getting all these emojis in your inbox on Instagram. And then each person that messages you that, you basically go through the same messages, but instead of giving them the post that we put on Facebook, like the text, you give them, and we have these templates as well. You just make sure you put in your name and your number on them, or your handle, if whatever you prefer. They're in the folder. That's a separate one that talks about a product or the opportunity style HAP that they would put to their story. So you'll see those in the folder. They're super simple. Just kind of plug in your info, and that's how you do it on Instagram. And on TikTok and Reels, it is a fun way. I've done it a couple times, and I can share. I'll share with Sarah so she can upload. Maybe we can have like a TikTok Reels section in our HAP folder that has examples on like, how to do a TikTok Reel for a giveaway. And I've done it super simple where it's just some music in the background, and then I just kind of point, and it funnels people. It basically talks about, I'm giving this away on this date to this many people. Send me this message on Facebook for a chance to win, right? Just kind of back and forth. And then I get all these message requests on Facebook that say, the last one was for Disney that I did. And I just had a ton of messages from people from TikTok messaging me on Facebook, because that's where I asked them to go, and messaging me Disney. And so that's just another way to build your network, because they're now followers on Facebook and they're from TikTok. So now they're seeing my posts and getting a HAP for me. So it's kind of winning in all different areas, if that makes sense.
Jen,
So
Jen, do you have
yeah.
so when you're funneling them, so that's the one thing that's important, you guys, about TikTok is like that's not essentially where you want to have your primary messages with people. So TikTok is huge because there's no algorithm. Like nobody cares, okay? So that's what's awesome about it. But I wanted to ask you, do you have, so when you're directing them to go back to message you on Facebook, do you have your Facebook link in your TikTok profile? Is that how you know to go back to, or how are you doing it?
No, so like and I'll grab that video that I was referring to that
Uh-huh.
was the Disney one, because it like literally blew my Facebook inbox up. It's such a simple one, just gets people's attention. And the last like one was for an entry, message me on FB, Jenn Rupp. So like
Oh, so you just put it in
they just searched.
in your post.
Well, and I also reiterated that as the text in my
Okay.
TikTok. So like it was in the video, me pointing to it, message me, and I put FB:Jenn Rupp, my name on Facebook.
Uh-huh.
And then it was also in the text. So it was like there twice. So they can't really miss it.
Yeah, so I really like that. And I'm so glad you talked about that tonight because I think that that's where a lot of people are funneling people when it comes to so like say if you're somebody, so if you've done this for a while, like you realize like sometimes it's the same people that comment about the giveaway and they're like they never get any
Mhm.
comments when they share a post. And you're like, okay, well that's not getting me anywhere. Right? But what's
right?
cool is that I've seen a lot of people start using TikTok, and my question was like, okay, how are you funneling them? Like, do you have it in there? So I love that, you guys, because like I said, that is reaching so many more people. So if you feel like you've kind of been in like the same cycle and host to post isn't quote unquote working for you, I would say I see that it says my internet connection is unstable, but I hope you guys can hear me. I would say doing a TikTok would be really, really good to get a lot of new eyes, brand new people, and then funnel them to where you are at the most. So like for me, I funnel everything to my Instagram or I'm like, text me. Like I literally will put my phone number and people are like, oh, it's weird. Like strangers have your phone number. What are they going to do with my phone number? Like they're not going to do anything. Like I can block people if I needed to. And I'm going to tell you, I give out my phone number all the time and I've never had to block anybody. So like don't be weird about it. Like it's not like that. But I love that's what you did. And you funneled it to your Facebook because that's what you use the most. So that's awesome. Okay. I just wanted
Yeah.
to ask that.
Yeah. So we'll make a folder because I know it can, and I'll grab a few different examples too, for specifically like for HAP giveaway posts funneling, over to our different socials. And you can funnel them to Facebook, Instagram, to your phone, however you want to do it. But I would funnel them to one of your social medias just because it will like they'll probably end up following you, and that does increase your network. But we'll create a little folder that has examples for you guys because I love examples because sometimes it's like I need a visual, right? Like, wait, what, how do I do that? What do you mean? You're pointing to words. So we'll get those in there. And then I'll leave a few more minutes at the end of this for you guys to ask questions because I know I talk really fast. That's just how I roll. But I wanted to show you guys a little bit of organizing and how to keep track because once you get rolling with it and you get really, get into it, you do want to stay super organized because it can get, I'm going to be honest, it can get overwhelming. And there's been quite a few times where I've had people get up a post and like I forget about it because I didn't write their name down or I didn't circle it or something that let me know like they actually got the post up. You know what I mean? So, and then I go back like a few days later and check, and I'm like, oh, there's a lot of comments there. That's amazing. So I just have to tell them, Facebook didn't notify me that you commented. Um, so anywho, stay organized. This is how I do it. Super simple notebook paper. I just, every month I start fresh. And when I put up a giveaway post, I write down everyone's name that comments, unless they're like a repeat happer that just shares a bunch of stuff and doesn't have an awesome algorithm or network. And those people, I just like react, like love their comment, just like I do for everyone's, but like I just don't message them anymore. Does that make sense? And I don't know. I'm not trying to make it weird, so don't make it weird. Just love their comment and just move on. I've never had anyone message me like, why aren't you messaging me for your giveaway anymore? So yeah, that's that. So when they comment, I write their name down, and then when they post, I circle it. That's how I know, like on my notebook paper when I'm going for follow-ups. Who's got a post up and whatnot. And it also reminds me when it's time to enter in the Google form, to get their entry in, like, okay, whose name do I need to get in? And then another piece that I really think that you need to do is create a folder in Facebook so you can, when you get a giveaway post up, let's say you got a giveaway post up tonight, you can start your folder tonight with that giveaway post. So go to the three dots. I'm going to show you. So, where? Okay, so writing this down. So we see these three dots right here, right? So I hope you guys got a giveaway post up tonight if you hadn't had one up in a few days. But then the three dots would move you to these options. Then you click Save Post. And then it brings it up to here, this screen. And you can, if you don't have a collection, if you're new to this, you just do the plus, and then I just have one that says HAP and make sure it's just only you, that you're sharing it with. And I save my giveaway posts in there. And then I also save anytime someone posts for me, I go to their wall, click those three dots, and then save it to the HAP folder. That way, anything that has to do with HAP is there. Um, and then, for my giveaway posts, I save those in there too, because I can easily, when there's a bunch of comments, the next month when I'm looking for people to have, I can go through those comments too and just easily reach out to people that, seem to have got good response on their posts. So like, hey, this is what we're giving away this month. Would you like an entry? But it's also, an easy way when they get a post up for you, you can easily just pop in your HAP folder and then click on the posts that are up for you right now and just check on them, because you don't get notified unless they tag you. And I prefer they don't tag me, just because I do feel like when you're getting a bunch of HAPs up and you're tagged, like there's something with the algorithm. I don't know. It's just me. I just don't have them tag me. But also, I do suggest, I recently did this, and while we're on the topic of folders, I do suggest making one for follow-up. Or I love my post one. When I see a post idea, I save them in there. And that way I can, when I feel like posting something and I'm having a brain fart, I can just go in there and like peep and see what I feel like posting. And then follow up though, like if you have some posts that are getting some good responses, save them into your follow up folder. And then that way, well, like when there's specials going on, like the promo that we have through the 16th for the pre-power hydrate, you can easily just go to your follow-up folder and check on all the comments of, you know, all those posts and just pop in and let the people know about the promo. It's such an easy way to just keep everyone in the same place. I know we all have our lists, but it's also easy to just click on the names, and get to that conversation. Okay, you guys, you got start to finish, what it is, how to get them up on Facebook, Instagram. We're gonna get you some examples for TikToks and Reels to funnel them. You got 3 different ways to message to get them. I really do like the birthday option, birthday mutual friend option, and then how to stay organized with it, because it can get a little bit loony. Any questions?
It's always just so helpful. Like I always say this, you guys, no matter if you're doing the things or you're not, which I think for a lot of us, we have a lot of new people that have joined us and we are teaching them this. So this is, even if they couldn't hop on tonight, this is going to be awesome for them to refer back to. And Jen and I literally were like, okay, we don't want it too long because we're like, we want people to easily be able to watch the recording and follow along, because as you guys know, it can seem like a lot, but I swear it's like by the second or third one, you have your routine down, right? It's like, you know where to go find your post to send to them. Honestly, like when I was telling Danny, so Danny's working on going to Emerald. I'm calling her out just because I am, and she's okay with it. But anyway, she's going to Emerald this month. So, but last month I was saying she had some of her highest enrollments, and you guys, she jumped into host to post, and I was like, I told her, she's like, do I switch up my post? I'm like, no. I'm like, whatever is freaking working for you, like keep it the same. You guys, honestly, most of mine have always been cleanse and coffee too. So that's really funny that you said that, Jen. Like I've always just kind of stuck to it. Danny, I know Danny was doing coffee as well. And so really you can do a bunch of them. I'm adding a bunch more into our folder too if you want to. I also love hair, skin, and nails. The other thing I want to tell you is when I do hair, skin, and nails, you guys, I do like a beauty bundle. So, because I'm never just gonna do one product. Like if I can help it, even Simply Aloe, like I had to have a plan in place because I'm like, they're not just ordering Simply Aloe. Like I need to know if they want to lose weight. I need to know if they want to focus on gut health. Like what are they focusing on? Because so know that even with hair, skin, and nails, like I usually will upsell collagen with it. And I will let people know that. Or like, a lot of people you'll hear like, oh, it's because of COVID. I have like thinning hair ever since this. And even that, you guys, like getting them with a multivitamin and greens. And also, did you know that when you are drinking vitamins, you absorb more than when you're swallowing it in a pill? The highest form of absorption is an IV, but truthfully, and then it goes drinking your vitamins, and then it goes down to pill form. Like that's like the least amount that you can. So I freaking love that we have so many things in drinkable forms, and there's a reason for that, right? Like I always say this. I'm like, every time you're wondering what the heck is it works doing, like I have learned very quickly to trust the process because there's so much that I don't know and don't see. But I'm telling you, I think like there's a reason why so much of our stuff is drinkable. Plus, you have a lot of people that can't swallow pills, which it's a real thing. So, anyways, do you have any questions on host to post though? You can don't be shy. You can unmute yourself or you can put it in the chat. Yes. Wait, Jen, were you going to say something?
Yes, I thought maybe someone else had a question. I was
Oh,
gonna let him go first, but I have two more things.
yes.
So if you have a brand new DT, um,
Oh, I love this. Okay.
I would give them a hat to put up for you too. That's an easy way to get them going with HAP. And then you can, work the conversations that way too. But you can also give them this message too, if you want. Um, that, acknowledges that it's random, they're launching their business, and it lets them know, they need referrals, they're starting a brand new business. So, and then also one big tip is pick one or two product posts, if you're going to stick with cleanse or coffee, or I would just try to stick to one or two because
Mhm.
and then when you're happing a bunch, of those products, getting those up, it really helps to post about them in your stories and on posts so it's on your timeline because when people come when Sarah, like, let's say Sarah put up a post for me, and then Lisa and Tiffany and Vanessa commented that they want info on the cleanse. Well, I'm going to go add Lisa, Tiffany, and Vanessa as a friend as I message them. So I'm going to click on Lisa, I'm going to add her as a friend, and then I'm going to send the message, hey, thanks for commenting on Sarah's cleanse post. This is what it does. Does it sound like something that you'd be interested in? And I'm going to do the same thing for all the comments. And they're going to come to my page like, who is this girl? What is she all about? And they're going to see the cleanse in a post or in my stories, and it just kind of like reiterates, okay, she's a real person. This is legit. It seems like this cleanse is, does something, it hypes it up, and it validates what it is. So, yeah, that's why I like to stick to one or two products because I want to make sure I'm getting stuff out about them too.
And you guys, I think that's just like finding ways that you are working smarter, not harder, right? Like if I'm
Yeah.
gonna go post a reel about our business opportunity, I'm gonna have my business in my stories, plain and simple. Like you're gonna see some product stuff, you are gonna see where I'm talking about the business in some way, shape, or form, whether it's like we're on a training or we're doing things like that, because that's the thing. People do come to your page and check you out. Like, what are they going to see? Right? Like that's what I always tell people. I'm like, if you're not consistent, like they might not see anything. And that sucks. Like you just put in a ton of work to do your first reel and all of a sudden you're like, well, what's supporting it? Right? So I love that too. It's like just take a little bit of extra time to think that through and be like, how I have 20 minutes right now. I'm going to send out some messages. I'm going to get some host to post up. It's going to be, in your mind, you're like, I'm choosing cleanse today. This is what I'm doing. Go find cleanse stories, go throw them up. You could even do a post on your own page with a before and after of the cleanse. So when people are shooting back, or maybe you're doing the cleanse yourself or whatever it is. But that way, when people are shooting back, like they're like, oh, shoot, this is what this is. Like she's hyped about this. She loves
Mhm.
this. Like, look at all these freaking results. And then it's plain and simple, you guys. Again, it's like you're talking about one product, but by asking one extra question and saying, okay, you give them their information, right? I always say, I always answer the questions first before I ask questions. But even just saying, once they say, yes, I'm interested in the cleanse, what's your next question? It's like, do you have specific goals that I can help you with? Right? It's like, and then I always give options. I'm like, Are you just wanting to feel better? Are you feeling bloated all the time? Do you have low energy? Are you having breakouts? Like, are you looking for weight loss? Are you looking just to be healthier? Because you know, by answering some of those, okay, you're going to maybe bring in simply aloe, or you might bring in greens, or maybe if they want the weight loss, you're going to be like, dude, you're going to do the slimming trio with the cleanse, right? And so now you just bumped an order that you talked about one product, and now you have an order that's over 100 BB, right? So, yes, I love all of that. Jen, this was so awesome. Do you guys have any other questions that you want to ask? If not, that's okay. We're gonna get this up. I'm gonna get the recording up, and I'm gonna save this sucker in our host of post boards in along in our trainings for the month. But I just think this was so needed because there's so many people that are actually tapping into this. And I love it because I think it's systematic and it is very direct of what action you need to take when you're sitting down to work. And I think that's really important for people who are overthinkers. I've gotten to the point where like I am not an overthinker. Like really my thought is like, Sarah, you go on and you do your core four and then you're like off of social media, right? Like I don't sit on there forever. But one thing I love is you guys, when I want to double up on my enrollments or my action, this is what I go to. Like this is where I know that I can get results is I'm like, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, but I'm going to do an extra power hour this whole month because I have a freaking big old goal, right? And I'm going to do host to post and I'm going to freaking add this in and I'm going to get it going, right? And so, and Jen just shared so many ways that you can share what our giveaway is. We can share our different products. And so I think it is absolutely perfect, especially for the middle of the month so that we can close in on the next 2 weeks and like kick some serious butt. So thank you so much, Jen.
Yeah, you guys,
Your doll.
yes, of course. I'm so glad we got a lot of info in, and the boards will have, everything that you
Yeah.
need, plus some examples. And um, in the post in the team page, if a question comes up, if you're like mulling over, what we did, or if you start doing the things that we talked about and you run into a question, just comment on the post that Sarah put up about this Zoom, or if when she puts up the recording, just comment your question there. That way everyone can see it.
Yeah.